It is New Year's Eve and I have just finished A Sorceress Comes to Call by T.Kingfisher. This is my very first book by T.Kingfisher. I went into this blind. I had no idea what to expect. I have not read about T.Kingfisher. I even thought this was a male writer, but I'm so glad to be proved wrong that she is indeed female. And one thing for sure is I was not expecting this to be somewhat of a thriller type of book, but it has aspects of it which I absolutely love. What I did not expect was to be so triggered by the antagonist here, which is the mother, Evangeline. She is a sorceress, by the way. So the story revolves around Cordelia, the daughter of the sorceress, and how she lived her life under the roof of her mother, Evangeline, who is a sorceress. And she will do anything it takes to make sure that she and Cordelia, mostly her, will live a life of wealth and luxury. So it sounds kind of cliched, I know, but it wasn't predictable the way I thought it would be. So, it's kind of like Cinderella's story where a mom will marry off into a rich family and things like that, but it's really more than that. What kept me going in the story was really the characters. There's clever Hester, a woman in her 50s who is quite clever for her age and for someone upbringing in her lifestyle. And I think my favorite is going to be Lady Strauss, Imogen, a classy lady but who knows very well how to handle her own deck of cards. And then there's Alice the maid, who is very endearing towards Cordelia, and Richard, who actually plays kind of a love interest for two people in here. If you read it, you know. Poor Cordelia having to live her life where she's not even allowed to have any secrets, to the point of doors are not allowed to be closed in Evangeline's home. Imagine having your own bedroom and not being allowed to close your own door. The only door that's probably allowed to be closed is the front door, because you know why. Being that this is my first book by T.Kingfisher, I feel that she might be a good murder mystery, thriller type of writer, just based also off how she wrote this book. It's witty, it's funny, it's frightening, and it tells a good story. There is some aspect of predictability in here, but T.Kingfisher found a very playful way of weaving in the predictability with the suspense and the thriller in there. And so because of this, I'm very much interested to read her other works. So Sorceress Comes to Call was indeed a very good call for my last read for 2025.